right, so I thought I would take everyone on a tour of the front end of my platform and then on the back end of everything. And then from there, we will dive even deeper into some of the tricks and tips I've learned when creating the specific different features. So when someone comes to Content Hub or ContentHQ.pro, they can enter in their website, and then what will happen is I have a workflow on the back end that will go and pull this information from their website and run it through ChatGPT to create their company name, industry, the niche that they're in, the tone of voice that their website writes in, core values, product services, target audience, pain points, customer objectives, and the call to actions that they have on their website. Then obviously it displays all of this. They can change it around just in case we got it wrong with ChatGPT or they want to tweak some things, or maybe their website's just not up to date. Happens more than you think. And then all of this content actually goes into creating those content pillars and creating the specific social posts. So from there, once they hit save and next, what's going to happen is it pops them over into the kind of company details page. So they can add their own specific logo if they don't have one already added in there. I was obviously just playing around, so they would add their own verified logo that they have, upload that. We can get rid of this one I was playing around with. It should automatically pull some colors, but of course if they don't have the colors in there, new ones can be added as well. They can adjust their fonts as needed. If they have any stock photos that they want to add, they can upload those at that point too. And then of course connect their right now Facebook and Instagram, but we'll be adding more platforms later too. Then from there, obviously you see this little onboarding checklist. So we've done some of these things. We've set up those company details. We're on the branding page. If we've connected our platforms, we will go there. Then the next step up is content pillars. So this is kind of where all of the different ideas come into play. So for this particular instance, we want to create brand awareness strategies. We talk about marketing blueprints a lot with Barton Marketing, as well as doing data-driven marketing. So each of those, if somebody was to go and create some more pillars, they could choose the purpose of their pillars or their content ideas. Then they can tweak the main products and services if they want to focus just on one. Similarly for target audience, sometimes people have more than one target audience, so it allows them to narrow that down a little bit. And then the content should focus on, so these are the big 5 blog or content areas that are pretty popular in terms of creating good content. So whether you want to talk about the cost and pricing of your products or services, how they can implement them, the problems or challenges that are just common with the industry, right? Everyone goes through that, and addressing them up front is a good way to be transparent. Then there's comparisons, so whether it's comparisons to doing nothing, comparisons between your product and another product, and then best of lists, so the best way to achieve whatever goal, or the top 5 tips for achieving this goal, or the top 5 products in a specific space. You can do that as well. And so then once you click generate content pillars, it'll obviously generate these 3 new ones, and based on however many specific content topics you talked about or wanted, it'll generate some of those. Then from there, what we do is we are going to click on use prompt. So it's important, I guess, I've included this as most platforms don't actually factor this in, is when you're prompting with AI, you want to always include things that are specific to your company. So maybe you have a specific way for measuring ROI that is unique to you. You have a specific philosophy or a specific procedure or workflow or process that you take people through. It's important to add that in here so that it's going to be customized to your company. But either way, from there, one would click generate posts, and it's just going through its generate post option. Looks like I'll have a little bit of a bug situation to clean up here because it does say view post already. But that being said, we can go over here and look at all of our content that we've been creating. In here, that new one will pop up here once it's done too, but this is one I was working on already. So just how to reduce friction when creating content. So this platform makes it really easy. You can change this. Maybe we want to change this to reducing friction when or creating content. And we probably want our headlines to be capitalized, like so. And make that one capitalized too. Perfect. This one going. Yep. And then basically you can just edit it all like that. We can change out the photos. So it actually allows you to choose images from Unsplash. So if we choose office background, something like that. Spelling it right always helps as well. And you can switch it out for whichever ones you would like in there. You'll also see it gave you the option to choose from some of your preloaded photos, or you can upload your own as well. We can adjust the size of the post, so whether you want it kind of a 1x1, if you're doing stories, you can adjust it there. They all automatically resize for you. Or if you're wanting to do LinkedIn options, they're there for you too. We can adjust the colors based on our brand colors we were looking at earlier. Maybe we want this to be a different color and we want this to be this color. You can do that and choose a whole variety of different fonts in here. So whatever, depending on what your brand is about, what you're doing, you can adjust the sizes here too, making it larger or smaller, and changing, of course, the colors for that font too. Similarly for all the other text that's on there. If we did want to have that classic little name and image at the bottom here, we can add those in at the bottom. It also allows you to add the little swipe arrow in there. If we wanted to display, or if we had our website loaded in, we could do that. And if we had our other logo loaded in, we could definitely display it there too. If we want a totally new slide, we can add a totally new slide. And of course we can change the templates around. So I have built in a few different templates. This was template 1, template 2, template 3, and we can add in 2 images into this one, just like so. We can do template 4, like so, or template 5, just like that. So lots of different options there to play around with, make it customized for however you want it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to click Save and Schedule, and that will turn these editable images into static images on the back end. So you'll see this is what we had before, but now that we made a few changes, these will all update automatically for us. And then from there, you can edit the caption. This is if you've used any Unsplash images, it'll give credit to those people. In this case, they didn't have their usernames in Unsplash, so that won't get added in there. And then you can choose the post date that you'd specifically like it on, as well as the time, and then just save and view calendar. And it's all just over here for you where you can see this handy dandy calendar of all of your upcoming posts.